Everyone, and welcome back to today's video. So today I'm excited. We're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me style video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I really enjoy these because I feel like they're a lot more chill and relaxed, and we can just kind of like have a conversation. There are so many things that I really want to talk about in today's video. The Bachelorette started, and I'm a big Bachelorette fan, so I definitely want to talk about who are my favorites and how I feel about Hannah. I don't know if you guys watched Double Shot Love on MTV with Pauly D. But I also thought I'd talk about that a little bit, and then also obviously address some of the YouTube drama. I feel like enough time has kind of passed where I've formulated my own beliefs and whatnot, and I don't know, I figured I would just address it briefly. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, I'm also going to get ready, put some makeup on. I'm actually having a small surgery later today, so not gonna go too crazy, but I kind of just want to put a little bit on to feel a little better about myself, even though I probably will cry. And it was my birthday yesterday, so I left the birthday balloon up. It might do a little moving around. There's no ghost. I don't know, it just has a mind of its own back there. But like I said, if you guys are interested, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna start off with some moisturizer. I'm not gonna like go in detail with every product I'm using because I'll be talking, but I will have everything in the info box down below in case you guys are curious. So let's start with some moisturizer. My skin's been like more on the dry side recently. I've switched up my skincare routine, and I just noticed a change in my body and my skin. So I feel like I have more combo now, which is interesting because I've always been super oily. But I feel like my skin's changed a bit and it's more on the combo side. So I switched up my skincare. I feel pretty good about it. I haven't been breaking out the way I normally do in the past. So if you guys are interested in like an updated skincare routine, then leave your comments down below. Okay, so Bachelorette started, and I honestly was not gonna watch this season like many other people have mentioned because I had mixed feelings about Hannah, who is the Bachelorette this season. And if you guys watched last season, which was Colton's season, I also wasn't really a big fan of Colton's season in general. I didn't really like Colton either as the Bachelor. I think he's really cute and everything, but I don't know, I just felt like with the whole Bachelor in Paradise thing with Tia, I don't know, I didn't think he was ready to go and be the Bachelor in my opinion. But anyway, that's in the past. But now Hannah from Alabama is the Bachelorette, and I'm gonna kind of give my own input and my own view of the whole situation. You obviously can formulate your own thoughts and ideas. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think down below, if you think it's gonna be a good season, how you feel about Hannah. My makeup, it's gonna take me forever to do my makeup because I have so much to say. Okay, but how I kind of feel about it is I wasn't really that excited for her because I didn't really like her. If you watched Colton's season in the beginning, I was getting very sketchy vibes from her. I felt like with the whole Kaylin, I think her name's Kaylin, right? That whole thing, I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like actually watching like how everything's played out now, I kind of feel like more on Hannah's side. I definitely feel like there was drama on both parts. I feel like Kaylin is more of a follower, and so I could see where that rivalry thing came in. More so now that she's kind of like all about the Instagram fame and everything. So I have different feelings now after the show has finished. But while watching it, I felt very weird about Hannah as far as like that whole rivalry thing with the beauty pageants and everything. Like I definitely felt like she was a little shady and kind of was like the one starting the drama in a way. But then part of me is like, maybe like Kaylin was instigating it. I don't know. I don't like hate either of them. I think that they're both beautiful and like different in their own ways, but because of that I was a little bit nervous about Hannah not being mature enough to be the Bachelorette, if that makes sense. Like part of me was like, dang, I think she has some growing up to do, and I just can't like see her getting married at the end of this. Not that many of them do, but you know what I mean. Also, one thing about being like the Bachelor, the Bachelorette is you have to be good with words. You have to be good with words. I feel like the whole situation in general is uncomfortable, and so I think it was very clear that on Colton's season she wasn't very comfortable in front of the camera and being herself. And not to say that she can't change and learn from that experience and be more comfortable now, but I just don't know how successful of a series or season it's gonna be given watching her the whole last season. I definitely feel towards the end of last season though that she felt more comfortable and secure with herself, but I don't know. I just don't know how I feel. But after watching the first episode, I will say that I am impressed. I think that it could be a good episode, or could be a good season if it continues to go the way it has been. I'm actually really excited. The guys are really cute and seem like they have a lot going on, which is kind of refreshing. Their pictures before the season aired looked really not the best. So I was like, oh geez, like what the heck? Who did they pick for her? Dang, my nose is so dry. This is not cute. This is a very mattifying foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I haven't used this in forever. And I think now that, like I said, my skin's more on the like combo side, this is not gonna work for me. But anyway, it's like, it matches pretty nicely, the shade, I feel like. So we're just gonna go with it. Episode 1. I was really impressed. I think she carried herself very well. You could tell she was nervous, but I think as like the men started to come out more and more, she got more comfortable and she realized like, wow, like I think I can do this. So I am kind of excited. I think there are some really great guys this season, it appears. My standouts, I still don't know all their names, but I definitely remember Peter's name. He really stood out to me. He's the pilot that stayed. He reminds me a little bit of like Nick Viall. Sorry, I said his name wrong. I love him. Nick Viall was definitely one of my standouts. Him and Peter Cross were like my all-time favorite contestants on The Bachelor. Peter, the pilot, reminds me a lot of Nick Viall. Look-wise. I don't know about personality, but he seems like a really nice, genuine guy, so I'm excited to see how that goes. This is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't watched the first episode, you probably should click out now. I apologize. But first impression rose. What do you guys think? Do you think he deserved it? I think he seems really nice. I think he's going to be the villain this season from the previews that they've shown. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. He kind of gives me a little bit of Chad vibes. If you guys remember Chad from JoJo's season, I loved him just because he was very entertaining and really good looking, but he was just very like, I feel like narcissistic, like very into himself, you came to find out, and I'm kind of getting that vibe from Luke, I think that's his name. Super good looking, probably like the best looking one there, just solely like on looks, but I don't know how it's gonna play out. I think he's gonna be like a Chad a little bit. I will say though, red flag, if you guys picked up on this, Hannah said she was cold twice and he literally didn't give her his jacket. So that was a no-go, right? Like, nah. Did anyone else notice that? I was like, excuse me, jacket. But I did think it was really sweet that Luke did take the initiative to go up and talk to her when she was like really sad. I think that was really telling. So we'll see how Luke goes. I do think he'll go far because of his looks and his charm, but I don't think he will be the one. Okay, can we talk about the guys she sent home? 2 of them. I thought she made a big mistake. I really liked that McDonald guy. Was that his name? I don't remember his name, but I thought he was really sweet and just very like sincere and genuine. So I wish she kept him around longer because I think he would have been like a really good one. Oh, and then we totally have to talk about the guy that she sent home because he had a girlfriend. Okay, first off, I think ABC totally knew that he had a girlfriend and that's like why they brought him on. If they wanted to stir some drama up, totally like thought that was really staged. Do I think she knew? No, I don't. I think that was like a real reaction. I just think that's really messed up though. I know they need to create like good reality TV, but like come on, like really? Like that? I don't know. I mean, at least they did it early on, I guess, but I wasn't a fan of that. I could tell through the like his eyes and the way he was talking to her that he was just kind of a scumbag. Sorry. He kept talking about like luxury things and like his like dude, chill out. Chill out. It's night 1. Like don't brag. Come on. That's not the way to impress a lady on night 1 when there's like a bunch of other alpha men in the room. So anyway, I was glad that that whole situation got addressed right then and there. I thought the whole Demi and the other girl thing was a little weird. I don't think they needed to bring them on. I did enjoy the part where he like got caught in his own lie. Like he was lying and then he like denied it and then he confessed to it and then it just got awkward. And I think my favorite part of the entire episode was when she was like, come on, let's go. I was just like, damn Hannah, go get it. So I think honestly I was a little nervous, but I'm glad I watched the episode because I'm feeling a lot better about this season. I think the guys are going to be great and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Okay, time to talk about Double Shot at Love. If you guys watch this show, we need to talk about it. And if you don't, you should totally start watching it on mtv.com. You literally just have to put in your email and you get like 24-hour access to like watch episodes. You can watch them all for free. So good. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock in case you want to start watching. So basically, if you guys watched Jersey Shore back in the day, you probably know who Pauly D and Vinny are. And they have like a reality, like their own spin-off of like The Bachelor, where they're both dating a bunch of girls in a house. And it's very like Jersey accent, like obnoxious spray tan, like extensions, like just really funny, cringy reality TV, which I am thoroughly enjoying. So I've been watching that, and it's about, I think, like 5 episodes in now or so. I haven't seen the newest one, so I can't even talk about that one, but I've seen like the first 3 or 4, and there's a girl from my hometown who's on the show, so it's really fun to watch because it just brings me back to like my Long Island days, like the accents and everything, although I no longer have one, or I don't really know if I ever had one, to be honest with you. I feel like I said things differently when I lived there, and now I don't, but I don't really think I had like a true accent. So it's super funny and cringy. Vinny's like really shy and awkward, and Polly's like the total opposite, and the girls, like, it's just like the funniest interactions ever. There's like so much drama. If you love drama, you'll love this show. Just watch it. I feel like I can't really talk about it. If you do watch it, I guess I'll tell you who my favorites are. I really like the girl that looks like Kim K. I don't know her name, but she's from like Philly, and I really like her. I think she seems like a really sweet, genuine girl. Who else do I like? Oh, I cannot stand Susie. This girl's laugh kills me. She's really cute and nice, but I can't stand that girl's laugh. Like every 2 seconds, it's like, that was awful, but I can't stand it. So that's a no-go for me. But yeah, I really like the Kim K girl. Oh, and then I really like Marissa, I think her name is. She's like this Latino. I think she's from like Miami or something. But she seems really cool, like a real chick. So I'm about that. I think that's cool. Okay, so now on to the YouTube drama. I wanted to wait to address it because I just wanted to see how everything played out, if like any other things were said, and just kind of really formulate my own ideas, and not just like in the moment, but just to like think it out and really like kind of get a good grasp of what was going on and how I truly feel about it. So I think I'll start by saying this because there might be some bias, and I want to put that out there just in case you guys are like, want to attack me. And again, I am open to all opinions and ideas. I'm able to see both sides of the story and like whatnot, but I also, at the end of the day, do have a certain belief about how I feel about it. So I am a big Tati fan. I love her videos. I've been a loyal subscriber for years, and the reason why is because she's very consistent, she's very genuine, and because she doesn't do sponsored videos. I feel like the only sponsored video that I can remember her ever doing besides like her own product is with Clarisonic, which maybe she's done 2 or 3 like in her entire YouTube career, which is a very long time, but very few. So I think in that sense I respect her so much, and she just always seems to be coming from the right place when she makes videos, when she talks about different topics. So because of that, I respect her. James Charles, I was a subscriber, and I wasn't like a loyal subscriber. Like, I was subscribed to him, wasn't the biggest fan, found some of his videos to be a little obnoxious just for my liking. Definitely catered more towards kids, you could tell. I know my sister though is a really big fan of him, and so I was just kind of watching it to kind of also monitor what she was watching, because she is really young. She's 11 now. She just turned 11. So I watched some of his videos, more so like the creative, like artistic ones. And I actually think I found out about him because of Tati, because he did her wedding makeup, and I think she did a video with him. And so that's how I found out about him in the first place. I feel like I should start off, I don't even know where to start with this topic because there's so much I feel like that is gone on, but I guess I'll start with Tati's video and how I feel about that. So I think it was like a 40-minute video, so super long. I feel like she made a lot of really valid, good points, mostly just about his audience and how his behavior was very consistent, and there really wasn't a lot of change over time, she realized. And I just felt like when you're watching the video, you can tell she really was coming from a place of love, and that she really did care about him, and she still does. I think we can all think of that one friend or ex-friend we've had where they've maybe made some poor decisions, and as hard as it was to, you know, still be friends with them through those times where maybe like you were embarrassed to like go out with them in public, or like their behavior was just very immature, like things like that, you still do, because at the end of the day you have like a deeper love for them, and you know, and you just kind of hope that they're gonna learn from that. And I just genuinely feel like that's where she's coming from, and you can see it in her eyes, you can see it in her body language, and that's how I feel about it when I watch that video and also her newer one. A lot of times when we're so even with friends, in love with someone, you can be in love with a friend, you know what I mean? Like, you care so much for someone, you are blind to their true actions, their true behavior. And you could tell she really tried to see the best in him for so long. And honestly, I feel like looking back, when comparing like boyfriends to actual friendships that have ended, sometimes I feel like that actual friendships are worse breakups than boyfriends, because I feel like, you know, a lot of those people are around longer than, you know, significant others usually, and those relationships can be a lot harder to fully get over. And who knows, you never know, like in the future if they'd be able to rekindle, but I think time will tell. And I do think his next step is going to be really important. Is he going to take some time to evaluate his behaviors and decisions and learn from them, or is he going to jump right back into YouTube and pretend like nothing happened? I really think that his next step is going to be a big thing. I hope that he makes the right decision for himself and not just for profit, because I think that will be very telling as well. I did want to quickly address the video he made, and I know I'm not going into super strong details because I'm not trying to spend forever on this topic. I feel a lot of different ways about it. I'm interested to hear what you guys feel. And as far as taking sides, I don't want to say I'm on Tati's side. I just am able to understand where she's coming from, I think is what I'm trying to say. And I definitely don't think he deserves all this hate. I think he just deserved this wake-up call and this big slap in the face, because he was making very poor decisions that ultimately are affecting young people. You know what I mean? Like, his young people look up to him, so I think he needed this in a sense, maybe not to this public extent that Tati did it, but at the same time it sounded like she made efforts to do it on a more individual basis, and he was not picking up or willing to change. And so I think that she did this because it was necessary for him to be able to look at himself clearly in the mirror, right? Okay, so talking about his video really quickly, I just want to say that I was not very impressed. I do appreciate that he apologized to Tati. I think that was big of him. But at the same time, I feel like he had to, you know what I mean? Like, he was publicly shamed, and she had receipts, and if he didn't, I mean, that would just look really poorly on his part. And I think the problem that I have with his video is just trying to understand his intentions. I think intent is the most important thing when it comes to situations like this, and I feel like he was more distraught about losing so many followers, and with followers that means money and profit and being embarrassed. I don't know if he was actually able to rationalize the relationship he had, and I think to me that was upsetting. So yeah, I guess I don't really know how I feel about the video. I just felt like his intent, like I said, wasn't what I thought it should have been. And when I say intent, I mean like his intent for making that video. Like, did he make it because he genuinely was sorry to Tati? Did he make it because he was upset about losing all these followers and felt like he had to for like publicity reasons to save his career? Like, I just feel like he had the wrong intent in making the video, and I feel like if he really wanted to truly go and apologize to Tati, I think that should have been done on more of a personal level, which I'm not sure that it was. It didn't seem like Tati, the new video that Tati posted didn't really seem like that was the case, and I'm just interested to know how much he genuinely understands the consequences of his actions. Obviously he does on a profit scale, but as far as on a more, just I think more on a deeper level, I don't know if he truly understands the extent of his actions. I'm interested to know what you guys think down below, so leave your comments. Like I said, I can kind of understand both viewpoints. I do want to say that I understand to an extent what people are saying about the age difference and she shouldn't have publicly shamed him the way she did. I can understand where people are coming from with that, but I think ultimately she did it because she genuinely was worried about him and the direction he was going, and he wasn't listening to her on an individual level. He was surrounding himself with the wrong people and making bad decisions, and I think that in order for him to, like I said, look at himself in the mirror, that she needed to do it on a more public scale, which is unfortunate, but I can understand where people are coming from, like I said, though, with making that accusation. It's pretty bright, a little brighter than I wanted. I'm just gonna finish off with a little bit of misting spray. Alrighty guys, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and some of the things that we talked about. Be sure to let me know down below who you guys are rooting for this season on The Bachelorette, what you guys think about the Tati and James Charles scandal, and if you guys watch Double Shot of Love. And I will see you guys in the next video.